Welcome in, my dear ones. Psychic Mia here from Spiritual Society. How to harness your divine feminine power, a love and money reading. We're going to take a nice deep dive into your divine feminine power. What do you need to lean into to level up your life? What do you need to lean into in your divine feminine power to level up your love life, your money life, your career, everything? We're going to take a nice deep look into these areas, see what answers come up, see what clarity comes up. What is important for you to know right now? What is important for you to succeed, to feel like you are thriving in your life? Our mission here is to guide you through spiritual practices like tarot readings so you can live your most aligned life. Now, I want you to release anything from the day, anything from the week. Let yourself tune in to these 4 crystals and these 4 cards. And let yourself feel drawn. Card 1, 2, 3, or 4. See where your intuition hits. Feel pulled. And choose a card right now. Land and arrive. Welcome in, Mia here. I'm so excited to do this reading with you. We're really focusing on your divine feminine energy. What divine feminine energy can help you to take you to the next level in your life. We're looking at love and we're looking at money. We are also choosing a card for divine feminine energy for love and for money, as well as some oracle cards. We're also taking a look at an animal and angel card as overriding energy, along with this overriding divine feminine energy. So let's get started. I would love for us to go ahead and start right here in the center, and let's see what our main divine feminine card is. So it is Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance. Yes, I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. This is an overriding energy card. So this is the energy that you'll want to step into for everything, for love, for money, and it makes a lot of sense for money, but this is really for everything, the abundance in your life. Now, we also have an animal and angel card, and your animal card is owl. Listen to the messages of the angels. Yes, listen to the messages of the angels. Step into the messages of the angels. Owl. I love this. So wise. This is such a serene, moody card, and it also sits under the moon, which is very feminine. The moon is such a very feminine space. So we are going to be letting those two sit together. Now let's go ahead. I want to start actually with some cards, and we're going to do this very intuitively. So we're going to move at will intuitively and just see where the cards take us. So we're starting with overriding energy. We're starting with that overriding divine feminine energy. We have the Fool, we have the Page of Wands. Yes, we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Tower. So the Tower, okay, this is all stepping into that divine feminine energy for love and for money, for what is coming into your life, the abundance in your life. So the cards are right now, they're asking you in your most divine feminine way to step into your full energy. This is the beginning of something new. You might feel exhausted. You might feel like you're at the end of something. You might feel like you've been on the same, repetitive path over and over again, that you've been on a treadmill of sorts. But this card is saying, no, this is the beginning of something brand new. It is fresh. It is like opening a window in a room that has not had a window open for a very long time. Fresh air just falls inside. That's how it feels, that you're stepping outside for the first time. You're feeling the light on your face. You're opening your arms to the possibilities, even if it's scary, even if it feels vulnerable, even if you might look naive, even if you might make a fool of yourself, even if you might do something silly. It doesn't matter. This is the call. The call is to step into life as if you were coming to life for the very first time. Stepping alive. Now we have the Page of Wands popping in as well. So I'm feeling that your messages and your guides your messengers and your guides, this is a divine, this is a messenger card, a youthful messenger card. And I'm feeling it as a divine messenger card, that there are messages that have been dropping in for you all over the place. Divine inspirations asking you to do things, telling you to do things, especially as concerns your creativity, your career, insights, things that give you purpose and make you feel alive. So those things that get into that fire energy of yours, that growth energy of yours, those messages that have been popping in, those divine inspirations that have been popping in, they've been popping in for a reason, and you are meant to follow them. And I do believe that connects you deeply to both your love and money. That being your most lit up self, being your most passionate self, who is following the callings of your heart, following the callings of the messages that are coming in, is the most magnetic person for love, but also is just naturally calling in the abundance of the universe, the money to come in, possessions to come in, the life that you desire to come in. Let's see what else we have. So we have the Knight of Cups and we have the Tower. So I do feel masculine energy that's been sort of tapping at your window. And this does feel like a masculine energy that's been tapping at your window in a way that you have not been noticing. So I feel like this is an energy that's coming in. It feels like it's already in your life. This could be someone also who is about to drop in, or someone from the past, but someone that you've really not been seeing for what they are. Perhaps you've been thinking you're not worthy. Perhaps you've been thinking there's no way this person could be attracted to me. I'm going to ignore these signs that are coming in. I'm going to ignore the knocks that are coming in. But this person has a lot of depth of emotion. They might not come in with a fiery spirit. They might not come running in a way that makes you think, oh, they want to sweep me up with love. But they do have heart space for you. They do have a lot of feelings and emotions. And even if it comes in softer and you have to notice them in order for them to feel safe, to open up to you, to sweep you up, they still have a divine masculine energy about them. It's just not as ferocious. It's not as fast. It's not as fierce. But that doesn't make the depth of it any less or any less powerful, because it's very genuine, very authentic, and it is certainly worth looking at. This is something that will be attractive to you. This is something that will feel very good to you. Now, we also have the Tower, and the Tower is telling us that there is a big change that is sweeping through your life. Whether it's started already or whether it's on the way for you, if you lean into this could be a powerful mechanism for taking you to the next level in your life. For love, for money, for career, for happiness, for joy, for prosperity, for all of it. This is ground shaking. This might not feel good in the moment. This might feel like an earthquake has hit and now you have to do damage control and repair things. This might feel like that crack of lightning that's burning something down. It might feel like there's some destroyer energy coming about. And the next time that you really feel a deep sense of feeling like a crack of lightning has hit your soul, like you want to cry because something has sort of split you for a moment. And even if you don't give in to the urge to cry about it, but that deep emotion that you feel, I want you to pay attention to that, because that is a space in which something brand new can sprout, something that is life-changing can start. And I want you to think of that energy, that Fool energy. It is the beginning of something new. It is completely fresh, stepping outside for the first time in years, getting that first full breath of fresh air. Okay, now let's go ahead and start over here. So I want to start with our Divine Feminine cards. So this is our love side, this is our money side. So we have Pope Joan, the Pontiff of Possibilities. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. This is over here for love. The soul is limitless. There is no limit on possibilities of how much you can feel, how deeply you can love, how deeply someone else can love you, how this can come about, how it can transpire, how you can reach the maximum potential of what you expected for love for your life. And Perpetua pops up on our money side, on our abundance side. The Saint of Authenticity. I am my authentic self in all circumstances, which is gorgeous. For authenticity to be the conduit for abundance, for money, for prosperity is gorgeous. That's wonderful. It means you get to be your fullest self. And not only do you get to be, but being that person, there is a call to be your most authentic self, your most genuine self, in order to have the abundance that you wish for in life. The abundance that will make you feel safe, the abundance that will make you feel secure, that will help you to be generous with others. Okay, now I would like to take a look at our two other oracle cards over here, for love and for abundance, for love and for money. So let's see what we have. We have seer, see beyond the current situation. Where you are right now is not the end of the story. This is not the book's complete. Okay, the end. This is not the end all be all. See beyond this. See beyond your current circumstances. See beyond your current situation in which what your heart space is feeling. See further into the future. There's so much more. The possibilities are limitless. This is just that you've only touched on the very beginning of what is possible. Now, over here on our abundance side, we have face forward. You will find a way. Move forward. Keep moving forward. If you have these divine inspirations, if you have these feelings that you must move forward, you must, have this certain thing come about. And this can be in career. This can be in the thing that you feel is going to bring you abundance, that's going to bring you money. All you need to really do is keep moving forward. The call is really just to keep moving forward. Okay, let's pull some cards over here. So let's just beautify. Let's put ourselves in a nice, lovely order. Okay, we're just going to make sure we're all lovely and we're all ready to go. Okay, so here we go. So I just want to pull some cards intuitively to see what pops up for love and for abundance. And we're going to let the cards show us where they want to be and what they want to do and what they want to tell us. Okay, so I'm getting started just pulling, and I'm really leaving this window open. We're all in the divine feminine energy right now, and I want the cards to tell us what they need to tell us. Here we go. So we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Hanged Man. We have the Queen of Pentacles, makes so much sense popping up here in this reading. Judgment popping up, Five of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and the Star. Yes. First of all, you are, as we have already talked about, the divine messages that have been coming in for you for divine inspirations towards career, towards passion, towards purpose, that will lead to abundance, that will lead to a pouring in, not just of money, but of feeling lit up, feeling like you love your life, feeling like you can't wait to see what comes next. This is an adventure. This is part of the adventure. You have new opportunities being handed off to you so soon. This feels like it is right on the path in front of you, and you can kind of make it out. You can barely see it. All you can see is that there is something there. And so you move forward, and so you move forward, and so you move forward. And as you do, you see that this is something you need to grab a hold of and you need to run forward with. This is something gorgeous that is divinely fated for you. And if you keep listening to the messages that come in for you that give you those inspirations, you will be on the right path to receive these. So this is going over here on the right side for us. I'm just going to keep us nice and beautiful. There we go. Now, we also have the Hanged Man, which also tells me that, and this really, I feel that this, as well as the Star, really comes back to authenticity. Being yourself, letting yourself see things from your own perspective. Get outside of all the advice, all of the noise, all of the should-bes, all of the typical things that are said about your given profession, industry, way to make money, all of the things that you've heard about money, all of the things that you've heard about love. Everything out there that is just noise. Let it just be noise. Come back to you and your intuition. It is so much stronger than any given piece of advice, because everything else has other people's stuff already on it. Everything else has already other people's belief systems on it, other people's experiences on it. And of course there are things to be learned from other people's experience, but ultimately your intuition knows better. Your intuition has a deeper sense of what can be. And remember, for you, the possibilities are endless, they are limitless. Your soul is limitless. There is no limit here. Get outside of the limitations that society keeps putting on you for love, for money. I am going to pop this over here because of our limitlessness. But this really extends beyond that. This extends to everything in your life. That there is no limit except for the limit that you allow yourself to put on yourself. Now, we also have the Queen of Pentacles. So this feels like a call to action. This is a very divine feminine energy. And this divine feminine energy is also in total boss land. She is great with business. She understands what makes people, what makes things marketable. She knows how to be magnetic and attract what she needs to attract. She knows how to be autonomous. She knows how to take care of herself financially, how to take care of others, how to take care of the people in the world around her, how to make things grow. You know all of this already. This is a part of the fabric of your being. It is part of who you are. All you have to do is put it on like a cloak, like a dress. This is something that you may have on right now. This is something you might not be stepping into so much lately. But it's time to get it back out of the closet or get it out of the closet for the first time if you've not put it on you. This is a message that I am here to tell you, whether you understand it or not, whether you have accepted it as part of who you are or not, you are a human being who shows up, who can be consistent, who can be goal-oriented, who can be habitual in the things that will accrue positive effects for you in the future, who can put the future first, the big wins first, and take care of the immediate moment, who can forego the immediate pleasure for a bigger reward. You are a person with a lot of discipline, with a lot of heart, with a lot of kindness, with a lot of caring, with the ability to grow things financially, to grow things with love, to grow the people in her life, to grow experiences, to make things beautiful around her. This is also a beautiful card, beauty itself. Things growing all around our lovely queen. Our queen is gorgeous. Look at her outfit too. This is beautiful. Okay, now we have Judgment in the Five of Cups, which I'd like to hit next. So there is a decision that perhaps you've been putting off making, and this might be a decision about stepping into something with both feet, deciding something with both feet in, that you're not halfway in, halfway out. And I want this really to be overriding. I don't feel like this is just love, this is just money, this is just career. This feels very much like this is a decision to be all in on yourself and to be all in on what you are in on. And that means complete focus. That means saying no to other things. That means saying no to a lot of other things. If you are all in on finding your soulmate, on being with your soulmate, whether you're with your soulmate or not, it means saying no to everyone else who comes around. It means saying no to anything else that isn't that. That means saying that you also are going to protect your heart and you're not going to get dragged down by other people's egos who try to chip away at you. That means focusing forward, saying no to everything that isn't your path, saying no to the things that are going to move you away from moving forward, the things that will distract you, tear at your time, chew you up. This is divine feminine energy that you can focus forward. You can be fully focused forward by choosing to be all in. And it's a joyful thing. This looks joyful, doesn't it? This is a joyful card. Choosing to be all in with both feet in is going to feel decadent and joyful and change your brain, the way that your brain works. Now, we also have the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups tells me that there is some past baggage, which we all have. This is very human, that you have not been able to look away from. And because you've not been able to look away from it, you have not been able to utilize the resources, the heart space, the things that are currently in your life. And I am not just talking about things that are coming in the future. I am saying currently in your life. There is a great like TikTok, Instagram video meme of out there running around of a girl who's, it says, me asking the universe for my soulmate when my ex texts. And the girl's like deep on her phone, and there's like this 12, beautiful men that are all running by her trying to get her attention, but she's so involved in her phone. And I think it's so funny because it is an exact replica of our Five of Cups card. It is exactly that. You're so focused on something that you've lost, something that is not for you, something that is baggage, which is fine and beautiful. We do have this baggage, and it's lovely to take a look at it from time to time, or to be able to take a moment to say goodbye to it, or to remember the good things that you've done, or the person that you've become through something. But to spend your energy there means you are spending your energy there. I know that sounds so obvious, but that means you're not here. It means you're not in the present. You can't utilize what is available to you in this moment. And like I said, I'm not saying available in the future. There will be other resources in the future. There will be more things flooding in. But there are things right here, right now, that are available to you that you are not even seeing. You're not utilizing because you don't even see it, because you might be too focused on something from the past, something that is lost to you. What is not available. Now, we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the Star, and I love these two cards popping up. These do feel like we have some divine feminine energy really pouring in for you, and really it is bringing out some of the best things in your life. So the Wheel of Fortune tells me that good things are coming to you. Beautiful, good things are coming to you. Fortunate, favorable things. Things that feel like good luck, prosperity, money. And this is what I want you to look for. I want you to look for the fortunate things. And I want you to feel grateful every time you feel one. I want you to encourage the universe to keep sending you more of that. So when you see I found $5 in my handbag that I forgot about, thank you to the universe, and encourage the universe to send you more. Even the small things. And then huge things will start happening because they are in your energy right now. They're there. They're ready to drop in. All you have to do is start looking for them and feeling grateful for them. Now, we also have the Star, which is a very divine feminine energy. This is a very vulnerable energy. You'll see she's got a little paper outfit on for YouTube, but she's naked, she's vulnerable, she's open, she's exposed. She's really showing herself, who she is, and she's so giving. Look, she's just pouring it all out, and she shines as who she is. She does need to take care of herself because she's giving so much, and because she is letting herself be so vulnerable. You do need to protect this house. You do need to protect you, take care of you, but you're allowed to shine as your brightest self. Not only are you allowed to shine as your brightest self, as I've said over here, but you are called to do it. You are called to be your shiniest self, your most authentic self. You are called to be your truest self. And remember, our authentic self, Perpetua, is over here, the saint of authenticity. This is where you are. You're meant to be completely, truly authentic. And just let yourself be you, even if it's too shiny, even if it's too much, even if it's too bold, even if it feels like sometimes it scares people away, or you shine too bright and you make some people uncomfortable because they have their own self-doubts and their own insecurities and instabilities. I'm going to put this over here on our left side, even though she does align with our Perpetua, because I feel like this shines over your entire spread, but I also do feel like this is very important in love. And it does feel very much like it is a big piece of love. Okay, let's continue on. This is so fun. I'm loving our reading. Okay, I don't want to let go of our gold deck. I'm not ready to move out of our gold deck, and maybe I won't be today. We're really doing this intuitively. I feel like our gold deck is providing us with some beautiful answers. Okay, so I'm starting right here with the Six of Wands and with the Death card. And honestly, I'm pulling our top card too. So we have the Five of Wands. So what we have here, tons of wand energy, which you'll see. This is will be our fourth wand card, I believe. Yes, yes. So we have lots of wand energy, and this really, to me, does get into that part of this money making is your purpose. It is your passion. It is your career. It is your drive. It is so important for you to be lit up and moving forward. In regards to your career or your passion, your purpose, whichever one that feels like, it's the thing you feel called to do, that you feel called for your life to be in search of, in pursuit of. In this respect, you need to have this winning energy, and this winning energy is awaiting you. So, in order to do that, it is important for you to, I think it's important for you to create a small list right now of 4 things. Let's make it 6 things. We have the Six of Wands. Let's make it a small list of 6 things, things you can accomplish that you have been putting off that will take not that much time, but they will be huge wins because you keep putting them off. Things that will move you forward in your career, in your purpose. And this feels important to me. I want you to make this list and I want you to get it done. I want them to be things you can get done within a very short period of time, within a week per se. You could do 1 thing a day for 6 days. But this feels important. This is an action item. Pause this if you need to write this down, or to make your list of 6 things so you get it on a list. You're ready to do it. Do your first thing today. These can be small things. These can be 5-minute things that you just happen to have been putting off for however long you've been putting them off for. This is a winning energy that you need to step into, and it's going to provide much more winning energy down the line. These don't have to be big projects. These can be a small piece of a big project. Like I said, this could be a 5-minute thing. Maybe you need to book a location for a special meeting that you need to have, or you need to invite a special person to have a lunch meeting. That all it really takes is an email to get it started. You can find out the details of where you're going to go to lunch and where you're going to have this meeting and everything later. But it's that first thing that I want you to do, something that will take very little time. You might be able to get them all done in 1 day. Okay, now, you know what? I want to move this over to our other side. I want to move this over to our other side because I feel like this is going to move our prosperity piece forward with when we're in that wand energy over here. Okay, so now we also have the Death card coming in. Now, the Death card tells me that there is something that truly does need to be let go of in your life, and you have been holding on to it in that death rattle for a long time. There's something that you have been gripping onto. It's turning your fingers white. It is making your fingernails chip and fall off. You have not been able to let go of this thing, and it's time to exhaustedly, oh, I got a wave of emotion, exhaustedly let it go. And this doesn't mean that you're giving up on something. If it's something that you've just been holding all the energy of it, you need to let go of that too. That you don't have to be gripping the energy of it. The universe can do that for you. The universe can bring in what needs to be brought in. You don't have to hold it with both arms and hands. You don't have to be the strongest woman in the world. You don't have to be the one whose arms are always full of this energy that you feel like if you give it up, all of your hopes and dreams will disappear on you. You don't have to grip it that tight. So it can be something that you need to let go of completely, but this could also just be something that it's not your job to carry. It's not your job to hold. So I would love for you to really think of it that intuitively and write down any intuitive hits that come up for you. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that as that. That's all I'm saying. Okay, now we have the Five of Wands here as well. The Five of Wands is a chaotic, competitive energy. And this does get into our Wands energy, which of course we've been talking about is that career, passion, purpose energy. It's a fiery energy. It is a growth energy. So I am feeling like it is important for you to feel like you're in the fight of it, that you're fighting for what you want, that you are feeling competitive a little bit. So, you know what I would find really interesting is if you sort of did lean into the competition of your chosen thing. And I don't mean this as picking other people apart in any way. What I mean is perhaps doing a visualization where you are an Olympic athlete, which seems fitting this year, right? You are an Olympic athlete and you are competing in your chosen sport, which happens to be your field. So you can imagine yourself, in your favorite sports. Could be like stepping up to the swimming, a diving board, or stepping up to the track sprinting, where everybody starts off. But all of the people who are there, and that figuratively, this is, or imaginarily, this is your chosen field. And then you just imagine it playing out, and you imagine yourself winning. You visualize yourself. It gets hard, it gets difficult. You can feel the other people so close to you. You can see them in your peripheral vision. And then suddenly you break away and you have all of this extra space. You can feel the crowd cheering around you. You can feel your body getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and your muscles hurt and they burn, but you get stronger and faster anyway, all the way through the finish line. And you can visualize that out. And I would visualize that out. You never have to get ultra competitive in any kind of stamp on someone's foot way. That's never the way the universe works. That's not, that is beautiful and fun in movies and in TV shows, but karmically you're not required to do anything. Like, the universe isn't going to set you up to only have success by stepping on someone else. That's not where we're going. All right, now I do miss out on seeing our Perpetua, so I kind of want to move I'll just move you right there. Okay, let's continue on. I want to stay in our gold deck. I want to stay in our gold deck. I'm going to stay in our gold deck, and I want to, I'm just going to see what else pops up here. And I'm going to leave it to what the cards want to show us, because if they want to keep circling back to something, then I think that means it's important. Ooh, okay. So we've got the Page of Swords, we have the Two of Swords, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So we have this Knight energy popping in. Do you know what I just noticed is how much our Death card does look so much like our Knight of Cups card and our Knight of Pentacles card. Oh boy. Okay, let's just take a moment. Here's what I'm reading right now. In order for what you want to come into your life with love, and I'm not saying that what you want in your life for love isn't in your life already, but perhaps you want a bigger version of it, or perhaps the person that you want it all to come together with is just not leaning in. They're not communicative enough, or it's not settling the right way. It doesn't feel like the greatest love of your life. So what I'm saying is that in order to have this feeling like the greatest love of your life is showing up at your door, with their heart, with their stability, with their ability to show up and to be real and authentic, and to be reliable and sure and true. In order for that to happen, this has to happen. That thing that you have been holding on to and gripping with both arms, and the fingernails starting to chip off and your fingers turning white, and holding on to with all of your strength, that has been your burden to hold, that we're asking to no longer be your burden to hold. Whether this were an old person that you've been holding on to that needs to be let go of forever, whether this is just holding on to feeling like you have to control your career or your ability to make money, gripping onto that in a way that is not allowing the universe to do its job, trying to just take control of it so hard that if you worry about it this much, then certainly things can't spiral out of control. Or if whatever those deep rooted strange beliefs that we end up getting, but releasing your grip on it, letting it generate itself, is the only way for this to show up for you in your love life, for this really to have this space that it needs. Because a great love the kind of love that you desire for yourself, it does take up a lot of space. I mean, holy cow, a lot of space. And it needs a lot of space to be there, to grow, and to do its thing. So that is what I am seeing. And I believe that is why our Knight of Pentacles popped in. Now, I am also seeing that you should be having some divine, and this is getting back into our messages, that you should be having some divine messages coming in for real clarity. And I do think that these are going to feel like angelic messages. I do think that these are going to feel like, listen to the messages of the angels, our owl. And this is your divine feminine energy is very intuitive. Look for the clarity and look for the truth. And I feel like they will the clarity and the truth that you need and that you seek will come in divine ways. This could come in any way that you see divinity, things that you acknowledge as feeling like a sign, things that you can acknowledge as feeling like a vision, or you can acknowledge however that is for you. So that can be through dreams, that could be through a meditation, that could be through what comes up for you when you journal, a deep intuition from inside of you. That could be in seeing a certain animal outside in the world, certain numbers, of course, certain colors, or running into a certain person. Now, the Two of Swords also pops up here, and this just really hammers in for me this need to make a decision about something. And this was the feeling of jumping in with both feet over here with our Judgment card. And that was sort of an overriding feeling. The Two of Swords doesn't feel as much like an overriding feeling. Like you don't have to, this is all in on what you're in on in life. And this is choosing something now. There is a crossroads. You have to make a choice. You're going to need to see the truth. You're going to have real clarity for it. But you also have to see what you're doing. You might be blindfolding yourself to the process altogether. You might be blindfolding yourself to the fact that you need to make a decision and choosing and deciding not to make a decision at all. Which is also a decision, as we are constantly reminded by this card. Not making a decision is a decision, and boy, does it not feel good to have a decision made for you. Okay, this is so fun. I've been loving this so much. I want to choose one last card for us. We're going to choose one last card to see us out on this reading. And I'm sure if you have more questions and things you want answered and more things to, there are links below for deeper dive readings on love, on career, on money, and stepping into this divine feminine energy. I'm so, I feel like we've opened up a huge can here. We've opened up a huge, box of jewels. And let's go ahead and take a look. So looking into your divine feminine energy, looking into all of this, your career, your love, your money, we have the Eight of Swords. So our divine message is coming in the form of a lesson, which is sometimes not the most fun thing to hear. And the Eight of Swords. I love this deck. This is my old trusty deck, which gives you answers that you need to hear. This deck tells it like it is. So even if this is not what we want to hear, this is what we need to hear. And what we need to hear is that there might be a part of you who has abdicated control, who has abdicated her right to make the choices in her life, that she has the freedom of movement, she has freedom from her thoughts, she has the freedom of living her life in full bloom. And abdicating that right, letting yourself be imprisoned by something that you do not have to be imprisoned by. These binds, they're loose. This blindfold does not have to be on. She can let herself out of this anytime. Taking divine responsibility for yourself, that you have the choice. You have the right to release yourself. You have the choice to have freedom. You have the choice to run through your life. You have the choice to think whatever you decide to think. You can think about all of the possibility. You can think of all of the potential. You can think of all of the gratitude. You can manifest anything you want, or you can focus all of your energy on the past and what you've lost. It's your choice. You get the choice to do as you choose. which is so beautiful and also so difficult because it puts a huge responsibility on your plate that what you're living through right now is a choice, or is it a result of your choices? It's a delayed result of your choices. So, as not fun as that might be to hear, it is also very empowering. You have so much power in your hands. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to. But the universe is tapping you on the shoulder right now, saying, are you sure you don't want to use it? Are you sure that's how you want to live your life? Are you sure you want to be a victim of circumstance? Are you sure that you want to live by the rules of the rest of the world? Or do you want to live by your own rules? Do you want to be set free? Do you want to run wild into your life? Because you can. You can. And boy, do you have everything you need to do that well. Oh my. I love this. I love you. I love all this energy of yours. Oh, I can't wait to hear about this. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Put an owl below. Tell me what you think about this. I've loved this reading so much. I'm so glad that we did this reading today. Okay, until I see your precious self again, sending you love, sending you light. Mwah. Mia. Welcome in my card too. Mia here. I'm so excited to do this reading with you. We are looking at your divine feminine energy, your overriding divine feminine energy, how you can use it to level up your life. We're also looking at love, and we're looking at money. Love and money and your divine feminine energy. So how to level everything up. Let's get started. Let's get right into it. So first of all, I would like to turn over our main card, and our main card is Lalita, the red goddess. Playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to the light, and that says it all. Lean into your laughter, lean into your playful spirit. That is going to level up your entire life. Now, we also have an animal card here. This is the animal energy for you to lean into, for you to grab a hold of. And we have the tiger. Accept your magnificence. Archangel Raphael, accept your magnificence. Lean into your tiger energy. I love this, and I especially love this because this is a divine feminine reading. We're looking at love and we're looking at money. And your tiger energy is part of your divine feminine energy, even if it seems bold, even if it seems risky, even if it seems like it could be too much, it could be too powerful. It's not. It is part of the essence that will lead you to exactly what you desire, your heart's greatest desires. Okay, let's go ahead and let's turn over our divine feminine cards for love and for money. So we have Amaterasu, the goddess of light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. We're sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. And it's a beautiful reminder that whoever you are looking for, even if it's a person you're with, there's no power differentiation. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. There's nothing that is off in the power dynamic. You're both human beings. You're on equal footing. Your light reflects back their light. Their light reflects back your light. Being your truest, most authentic self, reflecting your own light, is what brings them to you, and them being themselves is what brings you to them. And Lilith comes in as the first woman. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. I choose the life that I desire to live. I'm the voice of my body and soul. I'm going to give her a little top, although I don't think you can see anything anyway, but just in case for YouTube. The first woman, I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. You get to choose how you make money. You get to choose how you live in your career, how you live in your passion, your purpose, what it is that you want to attain. You get a divine choice. Now, I do have 2 oracle cards for these as well, so let's see what we have. We have Direction Guardian. Choose your own path. Lots of things coming in about choice here, that you get to choose how you want to do things. You get to choose what your soulmate looks like. You get to choose what the love of your life looks like. This is a divine choice that is yours. Make sure you are making those choices. Make sure you are deciding what it is that looks truly desirable to you in soulmateship, in love, in companionship, in connection. Make sure that you're making those choices and saying them out loud. And we also have inspiration. Breathe your inspiration into the world. What you are inspired by, what lights you up, what sets you free, that is what other people will be attracted to as well. You don't have to worry about other people finding it interesting or magnetic. You can just lean into what is inspirational for you, and that will have other people following on board. And that is for career, that is for passion, for purpose, for money, for prosperity, for what brings money to you and abundance to you. Let's pull some cards, shall we? Let's go ahead, and I want to get into my Old Faithful deck. This is my Old Faithful deck that is delightfully honest, sometimes very hard to shuffle, and I love that about her as well. But she gives us some very bold and specific answers. Sometimes she gives us things we don't want to hear, which is okay. We're going to look for the truth of what she sees in your love, your abundance, your money making, your prosperity, and in your divine feminine energy. What do we need to know? What do we need to look for? These are the first cards that we're choosing for you. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Ace of Cups reversed. Lots of good information coming in. So let's go ahead and start at the beginning. Let's see. I'm gonna reverse these so I hit these kind of in order. Here we are. So we have the Ten of Swords first of all. So I am seeing that we're being told that you have had some moments that have really completely taken you out. And this might be where you are right now. This might be where you're coming from. And this might just be residual energy that is holding on to you from this space. But it is a very standing still space. And I should say laying still. This is being completely incapacitated by your thoughts, by your mind, by the truth of the situation, things that are really pinning you down and holding you down in a way that you cannot move forward. It is hard for you to stand up. It is difficult for you to move in your life. This is sort of the opposite of freedom, the opposite of running free into your life. This is something that feels restricted and difficult, and it feels very immovable, very stagnant. This is not a lovely space to be in. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel light. It doesn't feel safe and secure. And in certain ways, it could, because you're that kind of idea of a weighted blanket, that just having the weight on you is become comfortable in a way. Being stagnant's become comfortable in a way. Let's go ahead and take a look at what else we have. We have the Hanged Man coming in. And I do believe that there is a space here. Now, this is also a card that is not full of movement. This card is sort of holding still as well. It's a different kind of stillness, however. So from where you are, the immediate movement to make is over to one of insight, of looking at your divine insights, looking at what is coming up for you in this deep guttural way. What are you seeing? How do you see the situation that you're in? Because you don't have to be hustling through life. You don't have to be running through. You don't have to be moving as fast as you can to make progress. The first step of progress can just be opening your eyes, still in that solidly still place, a place of stillness and a place of peace, but not tortured and not being laid out the same way. This place is a place where you're starting to really see what's coming in, what is happening in the world, deciding how you want to make your next move, deciding how you want to interact in the world, deciding what are the divine insights that are coming to you that are going to move you forward. So taking on like a very different perspective, but it's just a small shift. That's not a big shift. It's not suddenly throwing the swords off and running fast into the future. It is just taking a little bit of a change of perspective. Now we have the Knight of Wands. So I do feel some romantic energy knocking in your peripheral, that there is somebody who's bold, someone who's lit on fire, someone who's interested, someone who is attractive, someone who's attracted to you. someone who kind of wants to hustle into your life and take you by surprise. And this feels like it's close by. So this could be somebody who's already in your life. It could be somebody who's just already in your world. This could be somebody who's already in your life romantically, or someone from the past. This could be somebody who's like on the peripheral coming in the near future. But I feel this romantic energy sort of moving towards you, whether you want to reflect your light on that person or not. Now, we also have the Three of Swords here, which tells us of heartbreak, which makes sense coming in from the Ten of Swords. This heartbreak, it doesn't just disappear. This has been in your energy, and this feels like it's been in your energy for a little while. So this is something you might have been harboring, holding close to you, and maybe you've even been fostering this feeling of heartbreak. Have you been listening to music that reminds you of it, that brings it back up? Do you revisit memories that bring it back up? Do you keep these wounds fresh, or are you letting these wounds heal? And that's what I would ask you here. That's what this card feels like it's asking, and it's propelling me to push you towards. Is this something you want to heal from? Is this something you're starting to be okay with the thought of letting go? Because if you are, it might be time to make some shifts, to be able to truly let this heal, let those wounds close up, do some of the work here that needs to be done. And this isn't hard, sweaty work. This is sort of light, gentle stepping away work, taking that shift in perspective. And this does feel like we're getting into love over here. So we're going to pop this over here on the left. Now we also have the Ace of Wands. So new opportunities are coming for you. The aces bring new opportunities. Now we also have the Ace of Cups reversed. So I see that new opportunities in your career are coming for you. Passion, purpose. There's something that will really light you up, set you free, set you running, set you moving forward towards more money, towards more abundance, towards feeling like you're lit up in your life. You're pursuing what it is you desire, that you're running towards it. And this is going to feel good. This is going to feel like you are really in the space that you want to be in, that you're really moving towards what you want, and that everything feels like it's an important move. It's an adventure. It feels good. It feels growth oriented. There's a lot of growth happening here that we can see always on the wands, with all these little leaves popping up. But it's a beautiful space. It's an excellent space to be moving towards. You're moving towards something really solid and good in your career and your purpose and your passion that will lead to more abundance and more money. But I am also seeing that there's an opportunity for love and heart space. This could be coming in with our Knight of Wands, but that opportunity is going to be very possibly shut down by you. That you may not be far along enough here with your heartbreak, with your Ten of Swords action, with your sort of standing still, that sort of still space, where you can be open to accepting the love and this is an overflow of love. It's an overflow of feeling and emotion. And you might not be open to receiving that. You have to have the openness in order to take that in. You have to have open hands to it. And closing the hands to it is just repelling it from you. So that's sort of just a warning from the cards that if you stay in the space that you've been staying in, that's a choice you can make, but you will be rejecting and repelling these future options that are coming in, these future possibilities for love, for an overwhelming sense of abundance and flow into your life. I want to stay with this deck because I love this deck. I want to stay with this deck for a little while, and I just want to pull some more cards. And really, I just want the cards to keep telling us what we need to know. I don't really want to move the cards yet to ask any more questions. I just want the cards to show us what we need to know because the cards are telling us things that are important. Okay, so let's see what else we have here from our cards. So we have the Sun, we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Nine of Wands. So first of all, this is such a beautiful card to pull here. My immediate thought is that even though there is this darkness here, there is a certain amount of darkness in your heart from heartbreak, from things that have slowed you down and stopped you, there is an optimism that is floating towards you. There is a space to have these pockets, these moments where you put this aside, you give this a break and a rest. You don't have to completely exorcise it from your life, where you don't have to, okay, this no longer belongs to me. That might be a process. That might be something that takes a little bit of time, but you can have an hour where you are just fully in the sunshine. You're fully in the optimism. You spend an hour cooking, you spend an hour gardening, you spend an hour doing something you love that you feel passionate about, moving towards what it is you want in your career, moving towards your tiger energy, being in your divine feminine energy, dressing up, feeling good, whatever it is that could light you up, just for 1 hour, you can have this little vacation away. And that's going to help you move to the light in a more long-term way, and move into that divine feminine energy that is playful. It is this spiritual power, and not thinking of this playfulness as something that is frivolous, not thinking of this time where you can laugh and you can play and you can be feminine and you can enjoy life and you can eat some good food and you can don't think of that as being frivolous. Think of that as harnessing your divine spiritual power, that it is a spiritual practice, even if it's something you would not normally associate with a spiritual practice. Just having fun, letting yourself be in the sunshine, letting yourself be a little carefree, a little lighthearted, a little extra buoyant, sinking into that space. Now, I have the Seven of Swords coming in, so I do feel this is a little bit of a warning card that there is someone who's coming in who doesn't have the best intentions for you. This does feel like this could be the person from the past. It does feel like as you start to make this shift, a person from the past could enter back in and try to just steal away with more of you, to steal away with your thoughts, steal away with more of your energy, and do it rather carelessly. So I would be very careful about inviting past things back into your life. And of course, that is so easy to say. That is so hard to do, because obviously there was a lot of heart space here. And there's a reason this knocked you out so hard. And there's a reason that heartbreak's still in your energy field, and that you're still shutting out other opportunities from coming in. But this card tells me that this does not have your best interest at heart. And this person is really just trying to make a way with you. And if you feel yourself giving over a lot of thoughts to someone else, whether it is this person from the past or if it is someone else, a friend in your life who's just kind of saying things that are not nice, that are mean, that are haunting you a little bit, take your power back from that. Don't let that creep away with you. That's a little warning that could happen, but to try not to let that happen. Now, we also have the Nine of Wands popping up. So this popping over to that career, passion, purpose, energy that we have over here that leads to all of that abundance. So I am seeing that you're going to have this beautiful opportunity coming in. You're going to feel really lit up moving forward. You're breathing your inspiration into the world, but it's not going to all just be roses. There's going to be something a little difficult here too. So once you have that first big failure towards this really new energized version of you and your career and your passion and your purpose, it's important for you to get right back up and to remember that failures are a part of the game. That's just a part of life. And a failure is not really a failure. It's just a part of the experience. It's just something that knocked you down for a moment, and now you're getting back up into it. And you won't necessarily be your full strength self. You may not be the most confident version of yourself as you're standing back up from that. And that's okay too. You need to bolster yourself and get back to a more confident space by doing whatever it is you need to do that, getting those little wins in. So this is just kind of letting you know that there's going to be a little bit of difficult time coming here with this as well. And that's going to be part of the journey, and to be prepared for things to set you back, but that you do move forward through the setbacks no matter what. And that it doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you're losing ground or that you're not going to attain what you want to attain here. It's just part of your journey. I want to stay with these cards, so let's stay with these cards. I want to stay with these cards for just a little bit longer. So let's see what else our gorgeous cards have to say. Our bold, honest, gracious cards, what they have to say. So I'm just pulling 3 more cards from this deck. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles reverse, and we have the Magician. Yes, please. Our Queen of Cups, this makes me smile. This makes my heart smile because you have had so much going on in your heart space. Our Queen of Cups comes in to say that you are a heart queen. You do have all of this heart space. You are feeling, you are intuitive. You have some of that psychic ability yourself. You can read people. You can read actions. You can read motivations. You can read the depth of your own feeling and emotion. And I do think you're going to be making this transition from a place where you are not really moving to being in this hanged man space where you're moving into your more intuitive self. You're really just sort of seeing what is going on in the world around you, deciding your next move, to really being in your power, where you truly trust your intuition, what is coming up. You're in flow with your most divine feminine energy. This is a very divine feminine card. It's being in tune with your feelings and emotions. It's understanding the breadth and depth of what you hold inside of you, because it is enormous. It is huge. It is like an ocean. And it is deep and it is powerful and it is yours. It is sometimes dangerous and it is sometimes safe, but it is all yours and you can trust it and you have power over it. You have the power in your hands and you are a beautiful queen right in that space. Yes, please choose your path. Oh, and we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. So I am feeling that also as it comes to money, as we're asking about money too, there might be a feel that it feels like there's not enough give and take of money in your life, where you feel like you might have limited options of where to get money from. But that's really just a mental construct. That's really just your mind deciding that you have to figure out where the money's coming from, how the universe is going to be generous with you, how it's going to flow in. And the universe wants you to take all those boundaries and all of those limitations around money off. Set it free so that it can come in any way that it wants to come in. There is an abundant overflow of money and security and the ability for you to be generous and for the universe to be generous with you. There is an abundant overflow of opportunity for that to happen, but you cannot be the person who understands where it's all coming from. You cannot understand all of the facets of where that money is stored and how it could possibly come to you. And it's not your job to figure that out. Your job is to pursue your passion, your purpose, to pursue what lights you up, to choose the life that you desire, to breathe your inspiration into the world and trust the overflow of abundance can trickle in and find you where it needs to find you. Now we also have the Magician, and the Magician is a master manifester. This card reminds us that you hold an incredible power within you, which we already know. We've seen how powerful you are. You are so powerful, and you do have an incredible divine feminine energy within you, and you have tiger energy within you. Accept your magnificence. Your magnificence can manifest anything. This is not limited to love. This is not limited to money. This is not limited to anything. This is an unlimited power. I want you to really repeat the word limitless in your mind and in your life, that you don't have any limits on yourself other than ones that you're putting on yourself and that you've agreed with society that are on you. Because yes, there's tons of noise coming in about your limitations. There's tons of noise coming in about what you can and you cannot do, what is possible, what is impossible. Those things are just noise, however. And the Magician reminds us that you are so much more powerful than you even know. The only thing you need to do is to take action with the tools you have at hand, to take divine action towards what it is that you want with the tools that you already possess. Your intuition, your inner guidance, your truth, your knowledge, your emotions, your feelings, the resources that are close to you, your passion, your drive, your creativity, all of those things are already in hand. I'm hearing some sort of sawing or something outside, like a buzz saw or something. And I always say outside sounds amplify the message. So let that amplify that message for you. Okay, I want to switch decks for a moment. I want to switch to our pink deck, and I want to ask for some divine messages from your angels, guides, whoever you ascribe to that you feel your higher power, a deep sense or piece of you. I want to go ahead and ask for some divine guidance about your divine feminine energy and how it can help you level up in these areas, in love and in money, and in your entire life, in everything, in abundance, in prosperity, in your career, in everything. I just want some divine insight, some divine messages, some divine insight. What divine messages are coming in? What divine inspirations are coming in? What are things we don't know to ask that are important for you to know about your divine feminine energy and how to utilize it and help you to level up? Let's see what we have here. Okay, so quite a bit. We have the Ace of Wands. Hello, our Ace of Wands, which is a duplicate card. Remember, this is a separate deck. We can pull duplicate cards here. Oh boy, yeah. So we have the Seven of Swords reversed, duplicate card. We have the Star. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. And we have the Sun reversed. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow, we're getting some really specific messages, which is fantastic. So first of all, with our Ace of Wands, this is important. This opportunity that you run with this, even though you know you're going to have some setbacks, even though you know you might have some failures along the way, this opportunity is extremely important for you to grab with open hands. It's not just important for you to grab, but it's something that will change you. It can be life-changing. This will change things for you. This is the potential to really, truly take you to another level in your career, in your money, in your abundance, in your passion, in your purpose, in your personal growth, and becoming the human being that you've always wanted to be. And this might be the kind of big opportunity that does scare you, that feels like a lot, to hold and to grab. But this is important for you to say yes to. And I feel like this is like a hammering in message, that this is coming in because this big opportunity might feel like something you could say no to. It might feel like something that, oh, this is going to be a lot of work. It's going to be really difficult. I'm going to be really scared of what's going to happen. Am I the right person for this? Am I good enough to do this? Can I handle this? And the answer is yes, you can, you should, and it's going to change everything. And this is going to change the energy and the fabric of the way that you're living your life right now. Now, this is very interesting because we know that this person could be coming in to sort of take something away from you, that this is not a person that you want to invite in. And we mentioned here, as we were talking about this person coming in, that, you know, we're talking about this heartbreak energy over here, and this person might be coming in from that area of your life. This could be another outside person. But there is all of this thought space that comes along with them. And we were talking about how difficult it's going to be to ignore them, to sort of shut this down, to know that it's not good for you. And your guides come in with a message that not only is this not good for you, but you do very much have the ability to shut this person down, to say no, to make this a divine change and shift in the trajectory of your path. That by putting a boundary up against this person, and it can just be putting a boundary up against what this person is trying to do, that they're trying to manipulate you, they're trying to be a little devious, they're trying to take something away, that they're trying to sort of cavalierly come in and jumble things up and take advantage of you. Oh yeah, here's some outside noises. So, you know, amplifying the message. That your ability to put a boundary up around this, your ability to come in and say divine no to this person taking away anything from you. And this can be in the moment that they're trying to do it. You can feel it out as it goes, but you have every ability to do it, and it will really shift the path that you're on right now. It will shift where you're going. It will change the direction of everything. Now, the Star comes in, and the Star tells us that that there is a message coming in for you to be your most brilliant self, that you don't have to put up a huge armor around you, even if you feel like you do from past failures, even if you feel like you do from past hurts and past love. Your most divine feminine self is a woman who is fully free to be open and expressive and vulnerable and completely giving of herself, that she just exists as she is and she lets that shine as it is. She doesn't worry about other people's opinions. She is so very much on her own path that it doesn't even faze her what else is going on around her. She's so on her path. She's shining her light. And remember, the sacred mirror reflects, that you're shining your light. You're reflecting light off of others. Others are reflecting light off of you. You're just shining your light, and that steps into your heart space. It is the best gift that you can give from your heart space, and amplifying the divine feminine energy of your life for your abundance space as well, your workspace as well. Now, getting specifically into money, your guides are coming in to say that our Three of Pentacles is coming in. So it is important for you right now to plan what you will be doing with your money, how you're going to build your finances, how you are going to use your finances, how you're going to, where you're going to allocate certain funds. What do you want your financial future to look like? Exactly. What do you want to have in investments? What do you want to have in savings? What do you want to have in liquidatable assets? What do you want to have in how does your financial planning look? And even if you feel like you don't have enough to plan with right now, it doesn't matter. That's not the message. The message is figure out the way you want it all to look and start putting it into place now. And this is probably going to require the assistance of educated people around you. This can be professionals that you hire. This could be professionals you seek out information from books, from other resources, podcasts. But this is the time to really get your financial life in line of how you want it to look, where you want the routine and the plan to be for your financial future. Okay, now we have the Knight of Wands reversed here as well. And this is an important message. This message comes in to say, hey, this person is on the periphery. We know this person's on the periphery. We've been seeing this person coming in. This person, as we said, this could be somebody who's in already, but this is a romantic energy that's humming towards you and is interested, attracted, fiery, lit up, on their path. This is a good person. This is the kind of person that that you do want to invite in. And we know that you might have a closed heart space to that, and that could be really difficult to invite this person in if you want to see where, if this could be soulmateship, if this could be something that truly can spark and move you forward in a long-term way. But this card comes in to say this person is important, and not only is this person important, but this person is not impenetrable. That if you truly shut yourself off to this person will go away. And if this is someone who's in your life right now that you're interested in, or maybe you're even dating, or someone who you're really attracted to and you want to move things forward with, if you shut them down hard enough, they will disappear. That's sort of what this message is saying, that this person is not all powerful. I mean, obviously they're a human being, but they're also not unhuman. This energy can shift and change, and your responses to this person can make their energy shift and change. And this is just kind of a warning coming in. And if you decide that this person's not for you, if you decide you want to stay in this space where you might be closed off to this, that is okay. You can be in that space. That is a choice. It's just a reminder that you have the option to choose a different path right now. You have the option to be on a path that you really enjoy, that is exciting, that is full of life, that is, delicious right now. Delicious is a fun word to use for a romantic person coming in. Now we also have the Sun reversed. So I love this coming in too. Now, I remember when we pulled the sun originally, I was telling you about those pockets of time, that you can have these pockets of time dedicated to a lightness of being, dedicated to that playful spirit, that it is a spiritual power, that you're deciding you're going to do this spiritual practice where things are fun and light and laughter filled. And it could be an hour, it could be 15 minutes, they could be short pockets of time, and then eventually they can extend into living your life that way. Now, the sun reversed comes in, and I feel two things off of this card. The first message I feel coming in is that if you don't step into this energy, it may truly leave you in a very cloudy space. If you decide never to invite this lightness in, if you do not make an effort, if you just you say, okay, well, I'll see what playfulness comes to me. If you don't cultivate the playfulness, if you don't cultivate the laughter and the fun and the feel of playfulness in your life, the lightness of being, the optimism, don't expect it just to come naturally. This might be something you truly have to cultivate, or it may not come in, and you might end up living in a very cloudy world that feels very dark and very cold. And I don't want that for you. You can choose it, but I don't want that for you. I don't think you want that for you. And the universe certainly doesn't want that for you. To live in a sunshine-filled world, yes, that is what I want for you. I want for you to be in a place that is unsuppressible. It is just filled to the brim with unsuppressible emotions, feelings, goodness, just joys, adventure. Everything is a surprise, a happy, good surprise at every door. And you can invite that in. And that might be something you have to cultivate. You have to work for, even. You have to decide, okay, this is going to be my 15 minutes of playfulness. This is going to be my 15 minutes of fun. So I'm going to be a little extra. I'm going to put on some really loud opera music that feels ridiculous, and I'm going to chop vegetables in an operatic way, and I am going to have my absolute favorite dessert, and I'm going to call my best friend and tell her about this funny thing that happened to me today. And if you have to work on it, that's okay. That doesn't make it any less real or any less authentic or any less spiritual. This is a practice. This is something you're going to have to cultivate for yourself. The other thing that I see here is that also it's not there is this space that is under the clouds, that isn't all sunny and rosy. And I do feel like you have a special connection to a cloudy sort of existence sometimes, that maybe that feels safer. And oddly, I feel like the message is that there can be a playfulness in that too. That if you can find some of the decadence in the moodiness, the kind of, sometimes when there's like a cloudy day outside, I'll say it's like a Wuthering Heights day. But there is something very heightened and romantic about really moody weather and really moody, that can also be playful, even if it's a little glum. It can be a bath having, sort of ultra sultry, poetry reading, classical music putting on, lighting candles kind of moment, which is in itself a playful space. And there can be a space that isn't, this is your own creation. So there is a space that can still level you up, take you to a space that isn't despondent, that isn't hurtful to your energy, is I think what I want to say. It's not hurtful to your being. It doesn't make you feel like existence is hard. This is a place where existence still feels fun, even if it's not completely rose-colored, completely sunshine. Even if it's on an in-between space, it can still feel like existence is a fun adventure. And you're getting to be playful, and you're getting to have that sort of spiritual practice within that space. I love this reading. I really love this reading. This is really fun. I hope you do too. Okay, I would like to pull just a few more cards for you. So I'm going to stay in our pink deck, and I would just like to pull a few more cards. I want to pull one card for love, I want to pull one card for money. I want to pull one card for career. I want to pull one card for your divine feminine energy. And I want to pull one card for something we don't know to ask. Okay, and this is what we've got. So, first of all, we go to love. We have the Page of Wands reversed. So, this is telling me that there is some real divine inspiration coming to you that you might be completely ignoring. And I would like to remind you that our Knight of Wands is what we pulled twice. We pulled it upright, we pulled it reversed. I feel like, yes, it makes sense to ignore it if you've been in this very hurt space, but I would just observe. Come back to this Hanged Man that we pulled, this observational space that doesn't require so much of an energetic shift. It's a small energetic shift, but it's a very big perspective difference. It's showing you what is actually coming in, what is divinely being messaged for you in love. I want you to really open your eyes to what is being divinely messaged for you in love, because there are messages coming in that you are not seeing. You might be choosing not to see them, or you might be so deep into what you're into in your perspective that you just aren't able to see them. But I think they're very important for you to see, and they can be some little ropes that help you pull your way towards what it is you truly actually do desire. Okay, we're going over to money. So for money, we pulled, yes, we did. We pulled the Six of Pentacles reversed. We pulled our Six of Pentacles reversed. There she is, folks. Six of Pentacles reversed. It is very, very specific to pull a duplicate card. It is even more specific to pull a duplicate card the same way. That this is also a reversed card. This feels like an important message. What we said before, that you might think there are just not enough ways for me to make money. I just don't know how more money is going to come into my life. I don't see where it's going to come from. This is a reinforcing message from the divine that is saying you don't have to see where it's coming from. And in fact, you're trying to see, or you're trying to control where it can come from, is hindering the universe bringing it to you. All you have to do is ask for it, open your hands to it, believe in it, and you can receive it. But you just have to take the boundaries, take the limitations off, take the control off. You are not going to have control over where this comes from. That is part of the message that is coming in, that you don't get to have control over where the money comes from, but it will come to you if you release control, if you stop trying to control where it comes from, how it's coming. Ooh, that's a very strong message. My goodness gracious. Okay, we move to career. This is career energy, career energy. We have the King of Wands. Oh boy, do you know what I feel here? I feel like first of all, I feel like your career is connected to love. Our Knight of Wands is what's lingering here in a romantic way. And the King of Wands feels like this could be landing in soulmate energy. King of Wands feels very strong, very powerful. This feels like your career and love are connected. And that the career, the passion, the purpose, this is connected. This also feels to me like it is saying, embrace your tiger energy. Embrace that tiger energy. There is no too much. If you want to obsess about something, obsess about it. That's a superpower. If you want to lean into something and be a complete nerd and dork about it, that's a superpower. Lean into your superpowers. Cut out the noise. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. Be so focused on your path moving forward that you are just lit on fire and you are hauling butt going towards it. And the other message I feel here is that love and your career are connected. That feels very interesting to me. Okay, divine feminine energy. Your divine feminine energy coming in. The message, oh my, we have the high priestess reversed. Well, that is a divine feminine message, isn't it? Stepping into your divine feminine energy is really going to be about leaning into what you already possess and own and the wisdom you already hold. You have all the intuitive energy within you. The high priestess is so intuitive. You have it, but you aren't tapping it to its capacity at all. You are just barely touching the surface of what you have within you. That you have such depth of intuition, of understanding, of wisdom, of insight into what is good and what is bad and what is on the in between and what's gray area, and how bad things can sometimes be good and good things can sometimes be bad. And all of us have different elements to us. And you just have this incredible depth of perspective to you that you are not fully tapping, and intuition to you that you are not fully tapping. And you're not fully trusting it either. This is something to be cultivated. This is something to be lived in. This is something to be honored, to be really saturated by. This is a reverse card, and this is the message that's saying you're not here yet. But you can get here. You can sit into this. You can be here. But this is a choice you'll have to make. You need to tap into all of this and trust all of this. So I am going to turn this card over personally, and I'm going to leave this as an upright card in honor of your journey coming around, because I want this as an upright card for you. I want you to lean into that energy for you as an omen of what is to come for you. Okay, we don't know to ask this question, and our answer is temperance. That balance is the answer. That there is a divine balance that needs to be had somewhere in your life. And this is something you probably immediately know what it's about, that you need to find some balance. You need to find some give and take. You need to find a space for you to find some peace, to find some tranquility, to find some place that feels easy to be in existence with, that it is not so much or too hard or too difficult. It is balanced. Oh my goodness, this has been the best reading. I just love it. I cannot wait to hear what you have to say about this. Please subscribe to this channel. Please, please, please. It means the world to me and to the team. I just can't wait to hear what you have to say about it. I want your comments so much. I really appreciate them. You have no idea. I would like for us to go ahead and drop. I want something to drop to really sink our teeth into that high priestess energy. So let's go ahead. There definitely is not a pomegranate emoji. There's definitely not a pillar emoji. Maybe there is a pillar emoji. Let's drop. Let's drop the moon. Let's drop the moon below, because the moon does have such a quality of intuition and insight and things that are sort of hidden away that can also be seen and discovered. Let's drop the moon below. We could have dropped a tiger below too, couldn't we? Oh, let's drop a moon and a tiger. Thank you. Sorry. I love you. Thank you for being here. I cannot wait to hear what you have to say about this. If you want to do a deeper dive on love, on your career, on money, there are links below for you to do that. As always, I'm sending you so much love, so much light. I can't wait to hear from you. Until I see your precious self again very soon. Mwah. Mia. Welcome in my card 3. Welcome to this Divine Feminine reading. So we are taking a look at your Divine Feminine energy, how you can lean into it to level up your life. We are looking at love and we are looking at money. We're going to be really keeping love on the left side and money on the right side. So let's start in the middle with our main card. And let's see what we originally pulled for you for the Divine Feminine energy. We have Saint Bridget, Our Lady of Exalted Light. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. You shine your light. Your light is everything that you need. Now, I also pulled an animal and angel oracle card to see what your animal energy is. And we have for you, we have butterfly. Be ready to transform with wisdom. Archangel Premenelek. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. Premenelek. Butterfly. Be ready to transform with wisdom. Transformation. I love that. I want to start with a deck. So I would like to start with my trusty older deck. This deck gives lovely, honest, good answers. It's a little hard to shuffle sometimes, not there apparently. And she tells it like it is. So let's start over here. And I'm just keeping this open. We're looking at your divine feminine energy for love and for money, for career, for everything that's going to move you forward and level you up. And let's go ahead and get started. Hi, King of Cups. Hi, Queen of Swords. Hi, lovers. Hi, Queen of Cups. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, we're off to a very strong start. So the first thing that I noticed is that I would say there is a very strong love influence in your energy right now and in your divine feminine energy. So in this level up, there's a very strong soulmateship and soulmateship potential. And it feels very close. These are the first cards that I pulled for you. This feels like it's just on the cusp of everything. We're starting with the King of Cups, and we're sort of sandwiched with the Queen of Cups here as well. So I feel like what is coming in for you, this doesn't mean this isn't already in your life. This can be someone who is already currently in your life. I do think this is a level beyond where you are if you're already with someone. I think this is a level beyond where you are if this is someone from the past. Or if this is someone from the future. You'll know this because this is going to be very deep, a deep amount of feeling and emotion. You both really do relate to each other in the same way. You both have this incredible depth of feeling and emotion. And you're very much in your divine feminine energy, and they're very much in their divine masculine energy. It feels so strong, so powerful, so full of emotion, and so full of feeling. This has the potential for this very, very deep, boundless love. I really love this. This is also telling me that you have an incredible amount of intuition within you, and that's a deep part of your divine feminine energy. This intuition that you house is something that you should be harnessing, stepping into, trusting completely, which also means you should be trusting your emotions and the feelings that do come up for you. There's something real and authentic and important within them. Now, we also have the Queen of Swords, which is where I want to go to next, because part of your divine feminine energy is also in your intelligence. You're so smart. You're so clear. You have this sense of truth, of justice, of understanding, of clarity that really comes with your set of superpowers. And leaning into this is part of your divine femininity. Letting yourself be as smart as you are, understanding as you are, truth seeing as you are. And that truth seeing really does cut through. This is a very powerful combination. You and your Queen of Cups self with your Queen of Swords self. You have a very powerful feminine combo. And this Queen of Swords energy, it is sharper. It is more discerning. It is really seated in a seat of knowledge and self-knowledge and an understanding of the world around you. And this does get into more of our Queen of Cups gets more into that, feeling things that are coming through other realms besides words, where you can read people's emotions, you can read people's physicality, you can read what they're really saying beyond what's being actually said and articulated. Now, we also have the Lovers coming in, and so I really do feel there's this strong love energy all around you. If you are with someone right now and it feels like it's a really good thing, keep leaning into that. If this is something that's coming in for you, it's going to feel, and the strongest potential of this as well, even if you are with someone where this is a level above where you are, perhaps, it is totally known, totally seen, totally felt, completely trusting, completely authentic and real, where you can stand naked in front of each other. There is nothing to hide. There are no masks being used. It feels fated from above. It feels like it is scripted in the stars for you. Oh my, oh my. Well, we're really off to a bold start, aren't we? Let's go ahead and flip over our Divine Feminine cards for love and for money and see what we have as the energy coming in here. So we have Queen Esther coming in for love. The morning star. My ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. Trusting your soul's divine timing, knowing that your soul is what moves everything. Look how gorgeous this is. Look how gorgeous these both are. And these are so feminine. It's so interesting because St. Bridget, as our overriding sort of light, is, she's in a nun's habit. She's covered. There is something very subtle about her and her divine feminine energy. So there is something that, it is about the light within you, but there is something exquisitely gorgeous and beautiful and extremely feminine as well. Now, for when we're calling in money, Bridget is the one who comes up for you, the goddess of eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. We have a lot of talk about light, so really fanning the flames of your inner soul, really fanning your inner light is going to be very important. Trusting who you are, trusting your inner essence, what is naturally with you. Now, I have an angel and oracle card over here, ancestor and oracle card actually, and I have another oracle card over here as well for love and for money. So this is what we have. For love, we have oracle. Wait for important information. Important information is coming along, and this feels like something you will easily be able to read with your Queen of Cups self. You have this, and as well with your Queen of Swords self, you have this incredible understanding of what is really being told to you through the universe. So wait for the information that you need, the go signals, the green light, the green flag waving. Now, for money, we have revitalize and uplift, allow the tears to flow. So there might be something that you emotionally need to release. And I remind you of your emotional body, your emotional self over here. There might be something that you need to let go of and untap, turn the faucet on, so to speak, on your emotions in order to step into all of the money and abundance and prosperity that is waiting for you. There might be something that you really have to let go of and release and revitalize and uplift to regenerate yourself. Okay, let's continue on. I'm loving this so far. Well, I would say that our old trusty deck is giving us some very good answers. So let's stay here right now. So I want to just keep this open. So I want to keep this open for your divine feminine energy in love and in money. So I'm going to just pull, and I'm not even pulling asking for specifically for love, for money. I'm just pulling to see what the answers are that we get. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Wands. So right away, I'm seeing that there is some really lucky, good fortune energy that is sprinkled all around you. I think it has to do with this transformation of this butterfly, to be ready to transform with wisdom. As the wisdom comes in, like the oracle, wait for important information. As important things come in and you listen to the heartbeat of what is coming for you, all of a sudden you're going to turn on a tap of good fortune where good things just fall into your lap. Good things end up just being right there waiting for you. Everything feels lucky. Everything feels propitious. Everything feels like wow, oh my goodness. But it's just accumulating. And I want you to open yourself up to that and really embrace that for what it is, so that you can just accept more and more and more, and it just fosters itself. Now we also have the Nine of Swords here. So I do feel that there is some, and this really makes me think of these tears flowing, or revitalize and uplift and allowing the tears to flow, that there is something that you have to acknowledge that is causing you great distress and perhaps feelings of anxiety, feelings of worry, feelings of sadness. Our Nine of Swords is the kind of card where it keeps you up at night, those thoughts playing over and over again. And you have a great power of your mind. You have a great power in your intelligence. But that also means you could get stuck in your mind sometimes. Your mind could regenerate these thoughts that are not serving you, that are hurting you, that are keeping you back. And I want you to think about what those are. What are the things that make you feel like they just keep spinning circles in your mind? These could be thoughts like you're not doing enough, like you should be, you should be, you should be, or things that are not uplifting, that are not actually moving you forward. Spinning old thought patterns in your mind, some of them might even feel like they are helping you. That is a message that feels like it's coming through, that it could even feel like it is somehow helping you to pull yourself into a space of distress. So I want you to revisit that and rethink that. You do not need to be in a state of distress to move forward. You do not have to feel guilty or feel bad or feel like you're not doing enough or that you're not worthy in any sense in order to move forward and to get ahead. Now, I also feel like this belongs over here with our Allow the Tears to Flow. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles coming in as well. Now I'm seeing our King of Cups really coming in as our strongest romantic thing coming in that is in your energy right now. The Knight of Pentacles feels like it is coming in with a slightly different energy. This feels like this could be a helpful person from a workspace. This could be a helpful person from your family, but someone who is disciplined, someone who is able to really manage themselves. They're very autonomous. They're very capable with finances, very capable with organization, with their showing upness, that they really show up in the world in a very consistent way. They're very good at being a routine human being. They're very habitual and they're good with their habits. This is someone who's going to help you along this prosperity path. So whether this is someone from work or in your family or a friend, or even someone that perhaps you don't even know, but they're a good role model for you that you can model yourself after. This is an important person for you to get close to at this time to help move yourself forward in your financial endeavors. So our Knight of Pentacles is popping right over here on our money side. And that feels like that's moving forward in career stuff as well. Now we also have the Seven of Wands here, and the Seven of Wands is a card of we're getting into career, passion, purpose. So it does tell me that it's possible you might be at a space where you're in your career, you've been doing well, you've gained a certain amount of ground. And there's a part of you that hasn't been able to move forward, to move up, to climb higher, because you're really just holding the ground that you've covered. And it doesn't feel easy to hold this ground either. It's a bit of a struggle. It's a bit of a fight to stay where you are. And that feeling doesn't feel good. So I do want to pull some cards for this to see how we can get you out of that space, how we can move you forward from that. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop you right here and let's pull some cards around that. I want to know a little bit more about our Seven of Wands energy. I want to know about moving you forward, feeling like you're getting out from whatever plateau you feel like you're on. That's also still kind of a struggle. Like you're still sort of in a struggle energy where you are. Oh, yep, okay. Now let's see what we have. Oh, we have the King of Wands. Oh my goodness. We have the King of Wands and we have the Ace of Cups. So here is a very interesting thing. So first of all, with our King of Wands coming in, I feel like I feel like there's also another person that is also very important for you over here. So I feel like our Knight of Pentacles is a very important role model, someone who's going to really help you with your financial situation, accumulating more wealth, just becoming a more wealthy, prosperous person. They have these habits things that they're doing well, and I feel like they role model things really well, but they also might just have some personalized tips. They might have some personalized information or advice that's going to help take you to the next financial level. Now, our King of Wands feels like someone in your work world who is very authoritative. They're very dominant. They're, going full forward, nonstop. They are full of their passion and their purpose. And this person feels like this could be a coworker, this could be a boss, this could be another sort of role model, somebody that you could use to help lift you forward past where you are in your career right now. So I'm feeling like there is, and when I say career, I also mean your passion and your purpose. So if your career is something that you're, that might be what you consider where you're making money now, but your passion, your purpose, somewhere that you would like to be making your money from, or where you want to just really develop yourself, that is really what I'm talking about, because that can be your money maker. Whatever it is you're the most lit up by, that's what I'm really talking about. Now, our King of Wands has this potential to help lift you up past where you are right now, and they can be a guide. So I would say if there's someone who reminds you of this energy, they're very unstoppable. They're very much in their seat of creativity. They're an out of the box thinker. They're in a seat of authority. They are someone you might go to for help that truly is just on their path. They have been moving forward fast and furiously, and they seem very confident while they're doing it. This could also be a family member. This could also be a person just in your world that could offer some really strong advice. This is an important person for you to reach out to. So I'm putting that on your homework list of reaching out, making a coffee date, doing something with this person to help you get past where you are right now with your passion, your purpose, your career. Now, we also have the Ace of Cups coming in, and this tells me that your heart space, your love space, your soulmateship space, this space is very important for you in your money making and in your career. So as these things are all connected, our energy is all connected. So keeping yourself really open to the romantic things that are coming in, keeping your heart really open. And as things start to really flood you romantically, if you have ever had certain beliefs about you can only have one or the other, you can only have love or money, or you can only have, you can only have your career or love, I want you to get rid of that thought right now, because this card is coming in saying it's connected. The better you do with love, the better you do with your heart space overflowing with love, the better your career is going to be doing, and the more money is going to overflow for you as well. There is an abundance here in your energy where it is like a tap. When you turn one tap on, everything comes out. It's not just love, it's not just money, it's not just career. It all flows, and it flows together. So it's really keeping it all open for you. Now, I would like to ask specifically, because we have such strong indications about what is coming through for you for love, I would like to ask if there's anything holding you back. Is there anything that's keeping you from fully stepping into what is here for you in love? Because you have some strong abundance energy just flowing towards you. Is there anything holding you back? Is there anything that's stopping this from coming? Is there anything you need to be aware of that could keep this from moving forward and opening up fully for you? Okay, we have the Four of Swords, we have the Chariot, and we have the Star reversed. Some strong answers coming in. So first of all, not taking the rest that you need. If you feel like you have been just pushing too hard and you might be reaching a breaking point, you might be fatigued, your heart might be fatigued, your mental space from this Nine of Swords energy that we have as well, that sort of tortured space. Remember, you use your brain all the time. You use your intelligence and your truth seeing all the time, and that can be exhausting. Same with your emotions. You're tapping into other people's emotions all the time. You have this flow of heart space all the time that can be exhausting, and you do need to rest and regenerate yourself. And I would put this in a 4. This is the Four of Swords. I would put this in a 4-day scope. Give yourself 4 days of rest, recovery, and rejuvenation. Start today. Today is day 1, or tomorrow is day 1. But plan something that is more relaxing, where you don't feel like you're pushing yourself, have to, should, wish I were, any of those things. Just remember, you're in a recovery space for 4 days. You're in a recovery space. This doesn't mean you have to stop everything. It doesn't mean it has to be a 4-day vacation. It just means that you relax the reins on yourself. You can do things in a nice soft tempo. You can do things easily and peacefully that feels very sustainable and enjoyable, where you can enjoy yourself and you can recover through it. Other things that could hold you back in your love space. We also have the Chariot here. So this is interesting because this is often just a wonderful good card that we want to follow in, but this is telling me that you might be moving too fast. You do have this divine feminine energy that it seems to, at times it could be sharp and fast, and at times it could be very slow and it could be, undulating. So I would say there might be a part of you that does want to rush into something, that wants to just sort of throw yourself into love, or throw yourself into a person, maybe before you've even really met them or really understood who they are, or just feel like you're taking action right away, which is normally, I would consider, a very good thing. But this is telling us, the cards are telling us right now that, hey, just hold back a little. Take your time. Walk into this. You don't have to hurdle yourself into this. Walk into this. Walking into this is about to bring the biggest force field of love that you've ever known. It's about to bring an incredible abundance. And remember, this force field of love is a tap that we're turning on that opens up abundance to everything. That your love and your career and money are connected. So let yourself walk in. Let yourself take your time. You don't have to rush in as fast and hard as you can in order to get what it is you're looking for. Now, the other thing that is coming in is the Star reversed, and this makes perfect sense. That there is a part of you possibly that I see two things. First of all, that there is a part of you perhaps that is afraid of showing all of you. That there is a part of you that is afraid of just accepting and being all that you are, all that you shine with, that you have this incredible shine to you. You have this incredible ability to be extremely authentic, extremely vulnerable, extremely giving, and just extremely present as who you are. But you might be sort of dimming that down and shining your light in a lesser capacity than what you're capable of. This could be because you did that in a past love and somebody got intimidated and rejected you for it. There are many reasons this could happen, but it doesn't matter as much why it is happening. It might be important for you to understand so you can change it. But the most important thing is that you do let yourself lean into the fullness of you. That you do understand that the fullness of you is the most attractive version of you. The complete butterfly is the most attractive version of you. It's like someone else getting into a relationship with someone as a caterpillar with another caterpillar, and you start transitioning into a butterfly, but the person who's still a caterpillar is unhappy with you becoming a butterfly. They don't want you to fly away from them. They don't want to be intimidated by what you're becoming, so they encourage you to stay. No, just stay in your cocoon. No, just stay. Don't go anywhere. Don't change. Don't be that other version of you, the fullness of who you can be. But ultimately, you want to be someone that you can grow and change with, that you can be your full butterfly, and they can as well. They're willing to be a full butterfly too. The other thing I see here too is that you also do want to be careful of being too vulnerable with people who are not your people. If they have power over you, if they have sway over you, if this isn't your person, instead of running in that chariot manner and giving up vulnerabilities of yours and pouring everything out into this person, take your time with it. Let yourself take your time showing all of the vulnerabilities. You don't have to hold back being who you are, but you also don't have to give it all. You know what I mean, I think. I feel like you're such an intuitive person that you've already picked up the meaning of what I'm saying. We don't have to flood anybody with information that they might not be worthy of yet, that they might not be deserving of yet. Use your intuition. Take your time to let your intuition kick in and tell you what is going on, if this person's trustworthy, if this person is a good person, if this person is your person. Wait for that important information. Wait for the oracle information to kick in. Wait for your intuition to kick in and tell you what it is you need to hear. Okay. Oh, this is wonderful reading. I'm really loving this. I do want to switch decks, even though this deck has been absolutely divine for us. And I really just want to go ahead and ask for some divine wisdom from sources that, from your angels, from your guides, whatever you ascribe to beyond yourself or from deep within yourself. I just want to ask for some divine wisdom about your divine feminine energy and love and money and how we can up level you. I just want a few little pieces of wisdom to come through. So I'm just going to pull a few cards and see what comes up for you. And yeah, okay, here we go. These are divine pieces of guidance. So starting over here, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Seven of Swords reversed. Remember, we've already pulled the Seven of Swords, and we pulled it upright. That feeling like you're sort of standing in a space where you haven't been able to up level. You've been holding your ground, but it hasn't really been easy either. It's been struggle energy. So first of all, the Ace of Swords comes in, and your divine wisdom is telling you that our aces bring new opportunities. Our swords are bringing in that same Queen of Swords. I also, can we point out really fast that we have the Ace of Swords, we have we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Queen of Swords. I just want to make those parallels really fast because this is very powerful stuff. So with the Ace of Swords, it's telling us that there is some divine understanding, some divine clarity, that kind of like, oh, I understand something that is so important to me that I just did not get before. There is a crack of wisdom, a lightning bolt of wisdom. And I do think that this has to do with everything on here, but it does come back to this oracle, wait for important information. This important information is always on its way to you. It feels like you are a receiver. This is part of who you are in your Queen of Swords self and in your Queen of Cups self, that you are constantly receiving information. Wait until you get it before you take big actions. But also not just that, make space for it to come to you faster. Make space for it to come to you. Let yourself listen to your divine intuition because you have really strong, powerful things that are just coming in all the time. And that's going to be really important for you moving forward. Now, with our Seven of Wands reversed, as I mentioned, we have that upright as well. I feel like this is a message that's coming in that's saying, when I originally said this, you might not have felt like, oh yeah, I am stagnating where I am in my career and my passion and my purpose. Oh yeah, things aren't moving forward the way that I want them to. You might have thought, no, I feel like I'm moving forward, or no, I feel like things are fine. And this is the universe saying that whether you feel it or not, things could be moving forward so much faster, so much bigger than they are right now. That where you are and the momentum that you have right now is not really touching on the potential of what it could be. That there is so much more potential whether you realize it or not. And I do think you probably do realize it, even if it's not something you've fully consciously acknowledged. But you are so intuitive and you are so smart. So I do think you probably recognize most things that are going on in your energy field. Okay, now we also have, oh, look at that. Now we have the Eight of Wands. So this tells me that a message is coming in that part of your divine feminine energy is leaning in, letting the universe take over. It is not necessarily hustle energy. It is not necessarily you having to exert unbelievable amounts of power and sway and sweat and tears. It is, it is leaning into the flow that already exists. This is that divine feminine energy of everything I want just flows to me, comes to me. I don't have to chase, I attract. You can just let yourself attract, and you can just let yourself lean into the current that already exists, because this current is moving fast and will get you to where you want to be. That all you have to do is let the river take you. You don't have to swim. You don't have to, try very hard. This isn't going to be an incredible battle for you. Part of your divine feminine energy is just leaning into what already exists and noticing the flow that does exist around you, which you have every capability of doing. Okay, let's see what else we have as divine wisdom from these cards. So we have the Chariot again, and we have the Five of Cups reversed. So I am feeling like whenever we get a duplicate card, it really is so helpful, and it means that something really important is coming up here. So with the Chariot coming up again, I feel like a similar parallel is being drawn that we had to our wands, that we have. It's possible that you feel like you are not rushing into things, that you are not just like okay, I've seen this person, I think this person is the person, and I'm going to run forward and take action into that. When it comes to love, when it comes to money, sort of it stands for both. It doesn't, it doesn't have to stand for just one or the other. That there is this kind of intense, like, I want to hustle forward, and I want to hustle in, and I want to take a bunch of action. You might not feel like you do that. This card is showing up to say, even if you don't recognize that you're doing that, I want you to re-review. I want you to re-review with curiosity, a real sense of curiosity of, if you did do that, what does that look like? Can you break down a few times when maybe you did? Just to take a look at your own patternings, to see what you've been doing, and to remember that you have this Eight of Wands energy that is right behind you. You don't have to rush in as hard as you can. If you feel like you're swimming against the current, then you're probably not going in the right direction. So if it feels like you have to run as hard and as fast as you can to get there and take a ton of action to get there, it might not be the right destination you're headed towards. Because remember, our Eight of Wands is saying you get to just, part of your divine feminine energy is leaning into the flow that already exists. So it should actually feel very easy. It should actually feel like you really don't actually have to do all that much, which is pretty beautiful. Now, we also have the Five of Cups reversed. So this tells me that you might have some past regrets, past hurts, past heartaches, things that you've said goodbye to, that some cups that have spilled for you, that have been very difficult for you to turn back into the rest of your life, to see what else exists for you. And you might not be really recognizing that you're doing it. So you might not really realize that you are still stuck with looking back to the past in a lot of ways. There is so much abundance here for your future. There is so much abundance here right in the present. There is an unbelievable amount of abundance. I mean, this really, truly, the universe has your back. Now, looking back towards old things, or letting things stay, keeping their energy around when they're no longer serving you, and taking up space in your energy field so new things cannot come in, can be very dangerous, even if you don't realize you're doing it. There are all those subconscious things that happen within us, where we hold things take up space subconsciously, and it might be time to consciously let those go, to release those things, to say, okay, I'm going to let myself dig in, and I'm going to let myself clear out anything that no longer serves me, anything that's no longer providing me with something that's going to be part of my future path, that's going to be part of my future abundance, of the greatness that exists for me. So right now, even, I would love for you to imagine in your body right now, and in your energy field right now, I would like you to just imagine for a moment that there are a whole bunch of little bubbles. And these little bubbles, they represent those old things, old energy from the past, things you might not even know exist within you. And as you exhale, I want the bubbles to get smaller and smaller. You exhale, and they get smaller and smaller. As you inhale, there's a fresh wave of air that comes through you and it stirs them around and it clears up some space. It gets underneath them and around them. And as you exhale, they get smaller and smaller. And as you inhale, fresh air comes in, it stirs everything up. It cleans everything within you. It's asking for new things to come in. As you exhale, those small bubbles get smaller and smaller and smaller until finally, as you exhale, they burst and they no longer exist within you. And as you inhale, fresh air comes in and it cleans up any last debris that's still left from those tiny bubbles. And as you exhale, any last debris from those tiny bubbles disappears from your body and your energy. And I want you to let yourself energetically clear. You can do cord cutting, anything you need to do along the way to help you release anything that is taking up space that does not belong within you anymore, that is no longer yours to hold on to, so that you can open yourself up to this unbelievable amount of abundance and prosperity and love and just absolute goodness that is awaiting you. Already here. It's so glorious. I love this so much. Oh my goodness, I could go on forever. This is so much fun. So much fun. If you have not subscribed already, please subscribe. Can we put a butterfly below? Let's pop our butterfly below. And I would love to hear every single little thing that you think about this. I'd love to hear all of your thoughts. I want to hear it all. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm sending you off with so much love and so much light. If you would like to do a deeper dive on love, on money, on career, on anything, there is a link below to do that, where you can do a deep dive. That's always available to you. And until I see your precious self again, which I hope is very soon, mwah, Mia. Welcome in my card for Mia here. I can't wait to do this reading with you. We are taking a look at your divine feminine energy and how you can use it to level up your life. We're going to take a look at what you can lean into to up-level everything, but especially love and money. We're taking a very specific look at love and money, and that gets into career and all kinds of juicy good stuff. We're going to let the cards take us where they will. So let's get started with our anchor card right here, the card we picked in the very first pick. So your main divine feminine card is Umoja, the goddess of all that flows. I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Oh my goodness, I love this. Yes, I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. And this is your animal and archangel card. And the animal we picked for you was wolf. Be independent but work together, Archangel Zariel. Wolf. Oh, my wolf woman. Yes, 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 yes. I love this. We're going to howl at the moon, doing some beautiful stepping into this flow of creative energy. Let's go ahead and pull some cards for you. So I would like to start with our gold deck. So I'm going to start over here with our gold deck, and we're just going to see what the cards pull for us, where they take us, and then we'll sort of get started from there. So just pulling for you for your divine feminine energy, for love, for money, and let's see where we are. So our first pulls are the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. So first of all, I'm seeing that with the Seven of Cups, that I feel like you might be distancing yourself from your divine feminine energy by using other means. So you might be distracting yourself, disassociating your feelings and emotions by using other things. And you could be using as distracting tactics, anything from the TV and television and movies and to novels or imagining things, staying in the past, remembering things. This could get into food. This could get into drinking too much, things that sort of help you to not really be present, not really be in the moment, which is very divinely feminine. So this might be removing you from your divine feminine creative flow, this creative flow that you've been trying to like really truly step into, that is yours, that is a birthright of what is yours and your wolf energy, your independent wolf energy. And now I'm also seeing that in your career, your passion and your purpose, there's a part of you that's struggling, that's been hurt, that's been a little bit off. You've been pulled under a little bit and bonked on the head, and you are back in it, and you're doing the game, and you're doing the things that you need to do, but you're not feeling fully in. You're not feeling your fullest self. You're not feeling totally confident. You're not feeling like your most righteous divine self. So the ways in which you're stepping into this energy, they're just not completely there yet. They're not completely there right now anyway. We also have the Two of Wands, which tells me that I do feel like you have this interest in adventure and adventuring out, especially as it pertains to your career, your creativity. There's so much creative energy around you. Your purpose, your passion. There's a part of you that wants to adventure, to travel, maybe even physically travel. But this could also just be sort of traveling into the adventure of things. Living a little bit more off the cuff, living in a way that's a little more dangerous. And I don't really mean dangerous, I just mean it feels more dangerous. It feels less rote. It doesn't feel like the usual, same. So there is a part of you that's really longing to step out of the usual of what you've been doing, to spark some inspiration, to spark something new, to get a new lease on life and a feel for the creativity and the creative juices that are flowing within you. Now, as per money goes, the Ten of Pentacles is popping up, and our pentacles do often get into money and worldly goods. And this is a card of completion. It is also a card of generational wealth. So I also see this futuristic financial thinking and this futuristic financial planning and sort of figuring out where you're going to be, how you're going to be in the financial space that you want to be in the future, looking forward. So I think that that's great, and that's a beautiful thing to be in your financial space. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, but I do think that there's more we can do right here, right now, more in the present. Let's turn over these two Divine Feminine cards. So this is our Love Divine Feminine and our Money Divine Feminine. So for love, we have Yishi Tsogal, Lady of the Lotus Born. Embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. So as far as love goes, this card is kind of directing you to really embody it more, to get into your physicality, whatever that means to you, to get into the sensual aspects of your physicality, feeling like your most sensual self, feeling like you are truly experiencing the world around you. This can be really getting into the nitty-gritty of the fabrics you wear, the way that you hold your physical body. Is it in the sensual way that you want? Is it in the divine feminine way that you want? Do you hold your presence? Do you move through this world? Do you walk through this world? Do you place your hands in the way in this world that represents your divine feminine energy? This card is a call to do that. Now, I am going to give her a little extra top here because I think she's fine, but YouTube has all these censorship. So just in case, we're giving her a little extra top. Now, as far as money goes, we have Fatima, the mother of Imams. Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. So really leaning into the love that has transpired throughout your life, but also throughout the lives of your ancestors, and also really leaning into that gratitude is going to take you to a new level for money. Being able to really harness into what are you grateful for, all the money you've ever received, being grateful for it, the things that are in your life right now, being grateful for it, feeling that divine gratitude pop up everywhere around you. That divine feminine energy is going to level you up in the realm of money. I have two other oracle cards for love, for money. So for love, we have Sun, enjoy success and happiness. Yes. Enjoy success and happiness. Let yourself fully embody that. Lean into the success and the happiness that is in your world right now. Feel the sunshine on you. Walk towards people who feel like sunshine. Be a person who feels like sunshine. And for money, we have answers will come. Remove the energy blocks within you. So this is a call to some action, that there is some work to be done, that what you need is about to pour into your life. It's about to flow into your life, but you have to remove any of the energy blocks that are there. That can be limited thinking, limited beliefs, things that you maybe don't even know exist, subconscious, deep-rooted things that you grew up around. Perhaps there are some beliefs around the way that you view people who have lots of money, and you not wanting to represent that, or what that would mean if you had lots of money, or the way that would make other people feel. There's all sorts of things on there right there to unpack. But before we unpack anything, let's go ahead and pull some more cards. So I'm going to go to our old trusty deck. She can often be hard to shuffle. She's a little bit frayed around the edges, but she gives us some good answers, some nice, good, deep answers. So let's see what we have here. So I am not pulling specifically for love or money. I'm going to let the cards tell us what they want to tell us. I'm going to let them lead us where they want to lead us for what is most important for you in your divine feminine energy. And I'm feeling, both of those are coming with us. Okay, so one of these kind of crept in with us. So let's pull these over first. We have the Ace of Wands, we have the Six of Pentacles. And then we also have the Ace of Swords. We have two aces, which bring new opportunities. We have Strength, we have Temperance reversed, and we have the Six of Swords. So what I'm seeing right away is that there are a lot of new opportunities coming your way. You have new opportunities in your career, in your passion, in your purpose, which I do believe are going to instigate an influx of money. And really following what lights you up, what makes you feel like it's not work, what makes you feel like this is something I want to do and I want to attain, I want to be successful at this thing, I want to take pride in this work, I want to follow this. This is going to, my following this inspiration is going to help other people in their passions. It's going to help other people find inspiration. Open your hands to that and ask to receive more divine inspirations, more opportunities for the work that you do, for the career that you're seeking out, the purpose that you're seeking out. And whenever I say career here, I really want to be specific that it's what lights you up the most. It doesn't have to be what brings you the most money right now. It's what you're pursuing, what you're in pursuit of, your purpose, your drive, what makes you feel alive, that you want to keep going, chasing after. Or landing in all the time. That's what I am talking about when I talk about career. And that can mean many different things to many different people. Now, we also have the Ace of Swords, which again, bringing new opportunities for clarity, for insight, for thoughts, for mind space, that there is a truth that is coming to you that is divinely given. And I do feel this in that divine feminine space, that there is something really, truly divinely given about the truth and the inspirations, the mental packages that come to you. And I want you to look for those as well. I want you to ask for those as well. I want you to open your hands to asking for inspiration, for clarity, for truth seeing, so that you can understand what it is that you're in pursuit of, that you can understand what it is you want in your life, what's going to level you up, what it is that you're chasing after, what it is that you're landing in soon. Now we have the Six of Pentacles. So in money realms as well, as our pentacles often get into, I am also seeing that there is a real need for a give and a take in money in your life. So feeling like if you need to ask for, I mean, this could be needing to ask for finances. This could be needing to, to make a donation, but this could also be just advice, education, being generous in other ways to help bring in more abundance to your life as well. So releasing things in a way that there's more give and take. There's a more of a balance of receiving and giving in your life. However that's going to look to you and whatever feels right to you. Now we also have strength here, and I love this card. I've always loved this card. I love this card because this makes me feel wolf woman energy. It is a woman who is peacefully closing the mouth of a lion, who is a wild animal. You have an extraordinary power within you. So first of all, the first message that comes in is that you do have this extraordinary power within you. You do have some magical abilities. You have a presence of mind, of character, of energy that is unique and powerful to you. The other thing that really comes to mind here is that I do think you have a soulmate who is uniquely paired for you. And, I think we have, multiple people we can be soulmates with throughout this life. But I do think that there is someone in your energetic field right now that even if they haven't dropped in yet, they're still already in your energetic field, who is very uniquely paired to you, where your strength matches their strength, your wildness matches their wildness, your abilities magically pairs with their abilities. It's a very unique pairing, and it's incredibly powerful. We're creating that sort of power coupledom that you wouldn't really be able to have with many other partners, if any. Now, we also have temperance reversed here, which is really what I was feeling as we started all of this over here with our Seven of Cups, that something might be off. You might be overindulging in certain ways. You might be sort of disassociating from the present moment, which I think really takes you out of your divine feminine power. So much of your divine feminine power really does come back to this creativity, this giving birth to what exists within you. But you have to be with what exists within you in order to give birth to it. If you are denying it by putting other things on top of it, by distracting yourself away from it with other things, like food, like drink, like shopping, like consuming media or movies, or if you're constantly putting things on top of it, and I'm not saying any of those things are bad, all of those things are beautiful. This card is just saying that it could be taking you out, and you know what's good and what's bad for you. You feel it inside of you. You have deep intuition. This could be taking you out of yourself and out of your creative presence, out of your abilities, your divine feminine abilities to create everything. And that really resonates and resounds to everything on this table right now, but everything in your life. And especially when we get into heart space, because we were starting with the cups here. And we do have the cups here as well in our temperance card. And that could be something that's more of an overarching thing for you as well. You could be prone to getting out of balance in general. That could be a normal sort of pattern for you. Now, we also have the Six of Swords here, which gets into our mental space, our thought space. So we have had the Ace of Swords pop in. We know new divine inspirations and truth seeing are coming for you, clarity, and we are asking you to ask for those. But here, the Six of Swords is telling us that you have also really been moving away from some old thoughts. And to me, this feels like some old negative thought patterns and old negative thinking. That there's been a lot of subconscious beliefs, a lot of things that You've been really trying to clear out, remove the energy blocks in your life as, answers will come as coming over for money. And I think that you have been doing that work and you need to keep doing that work. The universe is saying, I see you. I see the progress that you're making. Keep making it. This is good progress. It's not always going to feel good. Sometimes it's going to feel really difficult and feel like you're stuck back in the same old mental patterns, but keep doing that work. Releasing old negative thoughts. When you see old thought patterns pop up, old beliefs that no longer serve you, things that are not actually the truth, things that drag you under, that take you away from being present, that take you away from your best self, then it's time to keep putting space and distance between you and that. So keep on making that progress forward. Okay, let's pull some more cards. All right, so I want to pop over to our pink deck for a moment, and I just want to ask about things really love specific. So now I do want to ask about things love specific. I just want the cards to inform us for whatever we need to know about you, your divine feminine energy, and love. This doesn't have, I'm just leaving it open. We have the Lovers reversed. Oh my. We have the Five of Pentacles reversed as well. We have the King of Cups. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing is that there is an incredible person in your energy field already. So this could be someone who still has not dropped in yet. This doesn't mean you've met them, but they are in your energetic field, which means that they're close by. This is not far away. So this could be somebody you've met. This could be somebody from the past. This could be somebody who's not developed into their fullest self yet. This could also be someone who is about to come in. And this person has a very deep heart space. This person has a well of emotions within them. They have the capacity to love deeply, purely, to be completely authentic, to want to try to understand you, to see you for all of your layers, for all of your colors, for all of your feelings and emotions, even the ones that you try to suppress or that you don't say out loud. There's someone who really wants to understand you and can read parts of you that you're surprised by. This is someone who is in their divine masculine energy, but it is in a way that is very emotional and feeling. It's a wonderful king. This is a wonderful person. So this person's energy is something that I see coming in, close on your energy field right now. With the Lovers reversed, I'm seeing that you might not see it, that you might have some unbelievably huge potential. This person coming in, just incredibly huge potential that you might not be able to see. But not only might you not be able to see it, but I think you might not be able to believe it as well. I think you might need to take a moment to really evaluate any beliefs you have around yourself and your own lovability, your ability to love another, your ability to be loved, your ability to have someone love you, to feel worthy of love, because this feels like it could come in as a real problem, that that things could feel like, if something beautiful starts to blossom, things are going well, and all of a sudden your belief system kicks in and says, no, there's no way this person loves me. There's no way this person has these deep feelings for me. I don't believe that. That's not true. And then you could start blowing things up and, pushing them away and feeling like it's not authentic, not real. This could land you in some really big problems. It could also land you in some big problems of trying to change yourself to fit this person, whereas this person is matched to your energy field. So what they want is you. But if you don't believe you is worthy, then you might not be bringing you to the table. You might start putting on, different outfits and masks and faces in order to try to be someone who's more quote unquote lovable. So it feels like there's some danger here. Now, I also am feeling something, and this feels like this is getting into belief territory as well. Now, this relates to money, and this does feel, now we're really asking about love, but this does feel like the love and the money pieces are connected, that there is something important that's connected here, that there is some belief system perhaps, and I leave this to you to evaluate in your deep intuition and inner knowing, but it feels like there is perhaps some deep belief system about that maybe the universe wants to take from you, that maybe you're always fighting feeling hungry and poor and not having enough, and that you're in this kind of battle of never really being able to move forward. And even if you are and you have plenty of money, you might still have all those same feelings and beliefs still there gnawing at you. And it feels like that is connected to love in some respect and could be acting as a block for love. Everything in our lives is connected and energetically connected. So it makes sense that these two things could affect each other. But there is something there I'd really like you to evaluate. I'd like you to take some time, journal out some things, see if, with curiosity, if that feels like it could be true, that there's sort of perhaps a belief system that you're meant to be having less than, that you're meant, that you're meant to be, poor or hungry and striving, that you'll never have enough, that you'll always be in a want mode, you'll always be lacking, that you'll never have the abundance that you crave, even when you're sitting right in the middle of it. I would really like for you to evaluate that for yourself, because this is to remove the energy blocks, and that is the call here as well, that could be acting as an energy block that transitions all the way over here to our love side. Okay, I want to continue on. So I'm pulling back our old trusty deck, and in our old trusty deck, I would like to ask more about I would like to just ask more about your divine feminine energy and the way that it's affecting your life and the way it could affect your life. Just anything we need to know. I'm trying not to put too much on the cards. I want the cards to really inform us, because I think that there's more that we can glean from that than the other. Okay, now this is what we have. So we have the 10 of Wands, we have the 10 of Swords, 2 10 cards. Our 10s are cards of completion. We have the Fool and we have Justice. Okay, so we have two major arcana cards as well. So starting over here in our 10s are 2 completion cards. So getting back into the career space, getting back into, there might be a feeling that you have some beliefs around struggle energy, that you might even be addicted to struggle. And this takes you out of your divine feminine energy, that there's some piece of your divine feminine energy that you feel does not fit into your career, your passion, your purpose. That if you want to move forward in the ways that you want to move forward, that you can't do it in your divine feminine energy, that you kind of have to lean into more of a masculine energy where you strong arm it, you sweat over it, you struggle through it, you work really hard through it, and boy is it difficult, but you get to see it home and you get to land it, and job well done, but you did the job well done because it was a lot of hard work. And the cards just really want you to evaluate that. Is that true? Is that a truth, or is that something you've just accepted as a truth because it's something maybe society told you or something you decided to believe at some point? Is that an energy that you have to take on in order to do what you want, in order to have the success that you want? Is there a way to step more into your divine feminine energy? And is it possible that in doing so, you could be even more successful with less struggle? Is that possible? Does it happen? Look for examples in the world. Now we also have the 10 of Swords. So if the 10 of Swords, I'm really feeling like there's also, what comes to me right here is that I do feel like there's a piece of perhaps your divine feminine energy that you've decided is not worthy of being around anymore. That you've kind of laid out and you're like, nope, sorry, you're not serving me. You give me too much emotion, you give me too much feeling, you think too much, you get me in trouble. This is something that makes me different from other people. This, whatever that is, it feels like at some point you sort of said, nope, sorry, you're not coming along for the ride. I'm going to put, all these swords in you and you are staying here. This is it, end of the road for you. That there's some part of you decided wasn't going to carry on, that you had to sort of kill off. And that hurts, I think. Take a moment for that, because I don't think that that's true. Not only do I not think that's true, I believe that all parts of you are beautiful, and the divine feminine parts of you are beautiful. And yes, every single part of you could cause you trouble in some aspect of your life. Someone's not going to like something somewhere. That is an absolute truth, because human beings can be just human beings. But that's no reason to disassociate yourself from it, or to remove it, or to get it lopped off. What I would really like you to do is to do a revisiting. I would like you to do a revisiting of your child self, your young self. Look at those divine feminine pieces of you that perhaps at some point you decided, no, I that doesn't belong in this world. That's going to hold me back. Revisit it. And this could be emotionally painful, because giving up pieces of yourself does feel painful. And revisiting that part where you are now, and coming back as you are now to reclaim that part, to say, let's take you back. Let's lift you up. Let's take these swords out gently, softly. Let's do a little bit of healing and just see what this feels like. Let's just see what this world would feel like again with you. I feel a real wave of something powerful with that. So I really hope that you do that revisiting. And I really hope that you reclaim that piece of you. I think that's beautiful. Okay. Now we have Justice and we have the Fool, and I'm asking about these divine feminine pieces of you. Yes, Justice, immediately what comes up is this feeling of something not being fair. Something not being fair. And it could be the unfairness of masculine versus feminine energy. That there could be something that almost makes you repelled by some of your divine feminine energy, because it feels like there is a lot of unfairness towards it, that it might make you more vulnerable, that it might make you an easier target, that it might weaken you somehow. And if that is true, I also want you to really spend some time with that. If that's, just come at that thought with some curiosity. If it's true, I'd like you to give it some thought, just to see, is that true? Where are the examples of people in their divine feminine energy who are just as strong and are not in an unfair circumstance? Or if they are, they're still succeeding and thriving through it. Boy, I feel like we should put together a story list below of good movies and documentaries and things that are empowering for that energy. And if you have anything like that, put it below. But really stepping into that, leaning into it, seeing if that feels like there could be some truth in that for you. Now, the Fool also comes up, and the Fool is so interesting to come up here, because the Fool, to me, does not have an inherently divine feminine energy to it. But I do think that this energy is, and there is, definitely. I mean, we've got the flower in the hand. We also have this vulnerability here, this naivete here that can sort of get into a whimsical space, that can get into a more divine feminine space of not being as clear cut or as and this space is part of your divine feminine space, that leaning into this openness. And the Fool, of course, is our first card, is the beginning of the entire journey. It is starting fresh. It's going into something with a sense of adventure. That's anything could happen, and anything could happen. Arms open. You could fall off a cliff. That could happen. You could also meet the love of your life. That could happen. You could also follow your what lights you up the most, and it could lead to a waterfall of abundance and money that will serve you for the rest of your life. You never have to worry about it again. That could happen. There is an unlimited amount of potential, but there also feels like there's a very good amount of risk, and that there's also, some danger here. And this can go both ways, but it is exciting, and we're meant to be alive. And diving into that part of your divine feminine energy that just feels like, ooh, I have no idea how this is going to go. But I am so excited to see how it unravels. I'm so excited to see what the adventure has in store for me. Oh my, this is fun. Oh my, oh my. Okay, now I want to check in on our pink cards just a little bit. So let's go ahead, and I just want to pull two pieces of, I want to pull love, and I want to pull money that we need to know. Okay, now we have death reversed for love. There's something that you thought you let go of. There's something you thought was completely over. And this card tells me that it is not. You either did not completely let go of it, or it is not completely over. I want you to dive into your intuition to figure out which of those things is true. Is there something you still need to deal with inside of you that you need to put to rest in order to move on in your life, in order to have the open space for everything you want to come in? Or is there something that you thought was completely done energetically or in the world that really still has potential for you? You're not over it. It's something that still has potential to be something. It still holds a space in your heart and could resurface and come back to life. Leaving that. I am leaving that with you. Okay, now let's take a look at money. Judgment comes in with money. So there is a choice that you have to make. And this choice, although it won't be an easy choice to make, and although it won't be an easy decision, it will absolutely feel like one of the best decisions of your life. It will feel like an overwhelming triumph. It will just feel like elation. And in the realm of money, which means a huge influx, that what you desire comes to you. And this does feel like all in energy. This feels like all in energy, that you truly are backing yourself up, and you're going all in on yourself, and you're going all in on what you know to be true deep in your soul and in your cells and in your intuition, that you're really following what is for you. You're following your guidance. You're following what is in your gut, what is deep and rooted inside of you. Both feet in, all in. And the relief that comes with that feeling of all in, that feels magnificent. It feels magnificent from here. The reverberation of that energy that has not landed yet already feels magnificent. I can feel it. Just woof. Feels so fantastic. Okay, let's pull one more card for you. What do you say? I would like to pull one more card for you because this has just been such a joy, and you've gotten so much good information. So we're back to our old trusty deck. And already I'm feeling like it's two cards, not one. And we're just leaving it open, what the cards need to tell us. We have the Hierophant and we have the Nine of Swords. We have the Nine of Swords. Yes, okay. So what I am seeing here is that we have the Nine of Swords, we have the Ten of Swords, we have the Six of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords. We have some mental energy going on. So what I'm feeling here is that, first of all, what is worrying you? What is troubling you? what has been plaguing your mind. And even if it's not conscious, continuous running through your mind, even if it's subconsciously continuously running through your mind, and you know what that is, you know in your intuition what that is, even if it's subconscious, you know. That thing is not something that you're going to be able to carry with you. And when you're in a state of full receiving, you're not going to be able to carry that with you. And I want to encourage you now to offer that up to a greater power than yourself and offload it. That you don't have to carry the burden of that right now. You don't have to carry the burden of that ever. That's not your burden to carry. Oof. So take a moment, breathe in and breathe out. And I encourage you to say that out loud. This is not my burden to carry anymore. And I offer this up because I can't hold this and move forward. It's too much, it's too heavy, and it's not yours to carry around. Now, the Hierophant also pops up here, and the Hierophant tells me that there is something that you should be pursuing knowledge of, that you should be studying every day, as much as you can. There is something that you should be moving towards. This can be just learning. This could be, like a wise person. This can get into spiritual practices or religiosity. But there is something here. There's a wisdom and a learning. There's something that you should be educating yourself on every day. And it's important for you. And it's popping up here because it's important. And I would love for you to commit to doing that. And that can just be 10 minutes every day. That can just be a very short period of time every day. But it's something you know you should be pursuing. Something you know is going to help you unlock some doors, unlock some of this divine wisdom, some of this sword space, some of this Ace of Swords activity, but really unlocking the doors to some of all of this abundance. I've loved this reading. I hope you loved this reading as much as I did. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It means the world to me and to the team. Let's drop a wolf below. Let's drop a wolf below. Howl at the moon. All of that creative. You're an ocean of creative energy. You give birth to what exists within you. Oh my, I'm sending you so much love and so much light. I would love comments. You know that I would. I read all of the comments. I don't comment on the comments, mostly because it gets into being too much and I have so many things to do, but they fill my heart up and I just makes my heart overflow. So thank you for your vulnerability and sharing. And even if you don't feel vulnerable enough to share, just hearing that it touched you or that it resonated with you means a lot to me. I am so appreciative of your presence and for being with me here through this entire reading. Until I get to see your precious self again, I am sending you so much love, so much light, so much energy to back you up on this beautiful journey you are on. Mwah. Mia.